I'm a guy that believes in being in the middle, meaning open to compromise, understanding everybody can't get what they want. Vinny, you seem like if you can't get everything you want.
The $400 million black spruce deal. And you sued BI and Geiger for defamation recently. You said that Geiger harassed you and your family through hundreds of phone calls, and you also said his reporting was racially biased. What do you hope to get out of suing Geiger? Why did you do that?
Well, I'll leave that to the judge. I'll leave that to the lawyers.
Floyd Mayweather initiates a $100 million lawsuit against Business Insider and journalist Daniel Geiger.
Stephen A. Smith has voiced strong opinions about Floyd Mayweather, particularly in light of the recent $100 million defamation case. Smith emphasized that while many throw around the phrase, business is business, few truly grasp the complexities behind high-stakes deals like Mayweather's. He suggested that the public often doesn't see the full picture of how these agreements are structured, and raised doubts about how transparent some of Floyd's business practices might be.
I can't count the amount of examples where I saw people get laid off, and then I see somebody come up right behind to get some contract. Business does business. You never know what's behind the goal of a business per se. What you do know is the work that you put in. If you're smart enough, what value comes with that work. And then at the same time, you also pride yourself in being very, very reasonable. I haven't, and I'm not gonna talk about my contract negotiations with ESPN. They are ongoing. I think the talks have been very pleasant. I think we're making progress. We'll see what happens. If it works out, it works out. If it doesn't, I've got decisions to make because I got a future to think about.
Floyd Mayweather has reportedly initiated a $100 million defamation lawsuit targeting Business Insider, its parent company Insider Inc., and journalist Daniel Geiger. According to the legal filing, Mayweather claims that Geiger published misleading and damaging information regarding his real estate ventures, specifically referencing a $42 million transaction involving the acquisition of 62 apartment buildings in Manhattan. The suit argues that the article misrepresented the nature and details of the investment.
I trust Jonah, not just 10%, 20%, 100%. 100%, yes.
Okay, so let's talk about the Business Insider article that ran.
Yes.
We debunked this reporting, but the gist of it was that Dan Geiger, the BI reporter, said that you didn't do the $400 million black spruce deal. And you sued BI and Geiger for defamation recently. You said that Geiger harassed you and your family through hundreds of phone calls, and you also said his reporting was racially biased. What do you hope to get out of suing Geiger? Why did you do that?
Well, I'll leave that to the judge. I'll leave that to the lawyers. I just want the people to know, I'm 48 years old. I know you guys want to talk about real estate. Only thing I'm doing is answer the question.
That is a real estate question.
Okay, so out of 48 years, I'm 48 years old, and I've never sued a media outlet. The media outlet throughout my life has bashed me, talked bad about me, spoke bad about my family. Now, I've always been judged because how I have presented myself when I'm promoting a fight. You cannot judge me for entertaining the people when I'm promoting a fight. Judge me for the person that you know. You can't judge me if you don't know me. So that's no different from people in this room may want to do a deal with me.
Mayweather contends that the article in question was unfairly biased and failed to consider key documents his team had submitted as evidence. He also noted that this marks the first time he has taken legal action against a media organization, underscoring his determination to defend his name and safeguard his public image.
But if someone going out there putting lies on my name, putting lies on me and my team and my family and hurting my business, we're not talking about millions. We're talking about billions of dollars. We can't do that. So this is my first time ever filing a lawsuit against a media company for speaking bad about my company. I'm not a liar. I'm a lot of things, but I'm not a liar. I worked hard to build my name, to build my reputation, and I'm not gonna let anyone go out there and smear my name and talk bad about me, talk bad about my family, or talk bad about my company.
50 Cent has openly challenged Floyd Mayweather's recent claims, directly accusing him of being dishonest about a $42 million real estate deal. According to 50 Cent, the figures just don't make sense, and he doubts the lawsuit will hold up in court, suggesting that Mayweather has yet to provide any concrete evidence of the alleged transaction. Rather than presenting solid proof, Mayweather has chosen to pursue a $100 million defamation suit against Insider Inc. and reporter Daniel Geiger. In 50 Cent's view, the lawsuit appears more like an attempt to silence critics than a legitimate effort to address defamation.
Description where y'all can watch that in full, and as we have already seen, 50 Cent has been very involved in critiquing, taking shots at Floyd Mayweather, and when this came across his desk, he did nothing other than that. If that's the case, it's going nowhere because you didn't do the deal, champ. He must have named the writer separately to make him have to pay his own legal team. The champ is mad, and 50 most definitely promoted his brands and everything with that, because 50 Cent has came into question about this deal that Floyd Mayweather has struck, showed his real estate businesses, and people started diving into it. Floyd Mayweather has been defending it, but I just realized he put this $100 million lawsuit in against Business Insider, saying that they have been going at him for a long time now, coming at his family, coming at his team, and saying these derogatory things and defaming him, so he won $100 million. The suit, lost in the Southern District of New York, names Insider Inc. and reporter Daniel Geiger as defendants. It is centered around reporting by Geiger about real estate deals Mayweather Jr. publicly discussed, including an agreement to buy a 62-building Manhattan apartment portfolio. Geiger reported in late March that there is no evidence that there has been a sale. According to the lawsuit, Geiger embarked on a campaign of harassment and defamation categorized by aggressive and misleading journalism that not only distorts the truth, but seems driven by a deep-seated bias against Mr. Mayweather's success. It claims that Geiger refused to review documentation proving the deals in question happened.
When asked about ongoing rumors regarding his financial status and potential bankruptcy, Floyd Mayweather responded in a calm but noticeably non-committal way. Rather than directly addressing the allegations, he remarked that everyone is entitled to their opinion. While he maintained a composed demeanor, his decision not to disclose any specific financial information only fueled further speculation. Instead of dispelling doubts with clear facts, his vague responses seemed to intensify public curiosity about whether there might be some truth to the rumors.
So that article sparked rumors that you are bankrupt. How do you respond to that? I don't think you have publicly responded.
Well, everybody's entitled to their own opinion. I mean, if we call having 2 private jets, owning 100 buildings, being able to do what you want to do, if that's bankrupt, then I'm pretty sure everybody want to live like that.
That last statement was a fact. If that's bankrupt, I'm sure a lot of people want to live like that. I'd sell a few of them planes, especially if I was going bankrupt. But yeah, wouldn't be a bad lifestyle to have. Now,
Mayweather's approach of deflecting questions without offering real answers has done little to quiet his critics. For someone who has long been known for publicly showcasing his wealth, his sudden reluctance to speak openly about his current financial situation feels out of character. This unexpected shift in tone only adds to the growing uncertainty about his financial health. By neither confirming nor denying the bankruptcy speculation, Mayweather leaves the door open for doubt. And in this case, his silence may be saying more than words ever could.
Articulate person. He does not articulate himself the best. This has been well known throughout his career. He is a prize fighter. He is a master promoter. He is a great business person. Put him behind a microphone or have him articulate himself, he's not the best at it. So if you listen to that and y'all tell me if y'all got the same vibe I did, or if y'all think that I'm tripping, it sounds like he's running around a lot of shit And it's like, all right, bro, yeah, you might be going bankrupt. But let's understand something real quick. If one of Floyd Mayweather's businesses, or if his business is going bankrupt, that does not mean that Floyd Mayweather himself is broke. That means that his business may be struggling. Oh yeah, his business may be struggling, and you can file for bankruptcy. I think it's 13 or 9, chapter 13 to chapter 9, or whatever the case may be. File for bankruptcy for that business.
As Floyd Mayweather pursues a high-stakes lawsuit, and media outlets continue to stand by their reporting, confusion is mounting among fans and observers. The stark contrast between Mayweather's statements and the details presented in the articles has sparked widespread debate on social media. Is Floyd inflating the value of his assets and investments, or are the publications misleading the public? With conflicting narratives, the reality remains unclear. Some view this as a celebrity's attempt to defend his reputation, while others see it as a possible effort to shape public opinion through legal pressure.
So apparently Floyd Mayweather files a $100 million lawsuit against Business Insider over real estate deal report. Damn, that's an expensive lawsuit. The lawsuit comes after a report by Business Insider journalist Daniel Geiger claimed that the 62-building Manhattan real estate portfolio that Mayweather announced he acquired never actually occurred. Geiger's report stated there was no evidence a sale was made. Mayweather's lawsuit claimed that Geiger refused to refute documents of the deal, and it was an attempt by Geiger to publicly humiliate Mayweather. They embarked on a campaign of harassment and defamation characterized by aggressive and misleading journalism that not only distorts the truth but seems driven by a deep-seated bias against Mr. Mayweather's success. Floyd Mayweather. No, damn well he did not write that. And why would he? You know, he's talking about himself in third person. That's so cringe. Business Insider has provided a statement to Front Office Sports saying, "We will vigorously defend against this meritless attempt to discredit our reporting and smear our reporter." So they aren't backing down at all. It's going to be interesting.
In response to the bankruptcy speculation, Floyd Mayweather has chosen to counter with an extravagant display, highlighting that he still owns private jets. In a bold and somewhat sarcastic remark, he quipped that if flying in luxury counts as being broke, then perhaps bankruptcy is the new dream. Mayweather appears determined to reframe the narrative by showcasing signs of immense wealth. However, critics argue that flashing high-end assets doesn't necessarily equate to financial stability. Such a lifestyle could just as easily be propped up by credit, loans, or shrinking reserves. His attempt to appear unbothered has only deepened the mystery surrounding his true financial situation.
The money I still got, the jewels I still got, the cars I still got, the mansions I still got. You either motivate it or you hate it. Either or, it doesn't matter. Walk with me, let's talk. I got 9 toys right here. I got the 488 Ferrari. I got the Maybach or the Maybach, whatever you want to call it. I got 7 Rolls Royces right here. I like to call it Lucky 7. So you either motivate it or you hate it. My lifestyle, money man. I'm the money man. Remember that.
Floyd Mayweather's boxing legacy remains undisputed, but his recent public claims are starting to raise serious questions. His bold assertion of owning over $400 million worth of real estate was quickly challenged by publicly available records, which contradict the statement. This revelation has triggered backlash from former admirers who now see the claim as a damaging exaggeration. Critics argue that such inflated declarations undermine his credibility and reflect an effort to uphold an image of unshakable success. As the line between Mayweather's real achievements and his online persona becomes increasingly blurred, many are left wondering what's genuine and what's just for show.
For some odd reason, at the beginning of the year, Floyd Mayweather decided to tell us all that he bought a bunch of apartment buildings in Upper Manhattan. Everybody has found out that that wasn't true. Apparently, it's not that hard to figure out who owns property. This is not an indictment on Floyd Mayweather as a boxer. He is one of the best boxers we've ever seen. Anybody who is privy to Floyd Mayweather's antics outside of the ring knows Floyd ain't bought no goddamn apartment buildings in no upper Manhattan, bro. We knew that when he told us. I'm not sure who Floyd Mayweather thought he was fooling. Nothing about Floyd Mayweather outside of a boxing ring says savvy. I'm sorry. This is the same Floyd Mayweather that 50 Cent told he would donate $50,000 to the charity of his choice to read Harry Potter.
As Floyd Mayweather nears 50, his passion for flaunting his wealth on social media shows no signs of slowing down. He regularly shares photos of luxury watches, exotic cars, and lavish vacations, seemingly to demonstrate that he's still at the top of his game. However, critics argue that this constant display could backfire, exposing him to increased public scrutiny. Many believe he's putting in too much effort to maintain the image of extreme wealth. Some financial experts have even cautioned that without changes to his spending habits, Mayweather could be facing significant financial challenges in the near future.
He bought $400 million worth of apartment buildings in upper Manhattan. Come on, Floyd. The people who was living in apartment buildings, the second they heard that Floyd Mayweather bought their building, they was on the phone with property management like, what's really? I will pay $10,000 a month, but I won't pay $10,000 a month to a nigga. Floyd, you can't just do that with upper Manhattan apartment buildings, bro. Tell lies like that about the projects, man. You gotta do that to the hood, man. Ain't nobody going for that shit in upper Manhattan, Floyd. You should have knew better than that, my boy. But then again, you are Floyd Mayweather. Oh, man. Anybody with common sense knew that Floyd was in trouble when he started doing boxing exhibition matches. I don't care how much you love making money. Nobody loves getting punched in the face. Nobody loves that. All of the best fighters, once they get the big payday, not all the best fighters, because some people are just psychopaths like John Bones Jones. Yeah, some people do like to fight, but they are crazy. Once they get that big check, all that fighting shit go out the window, bro. Nobody makes $1 billion boxing, retires, and then starts boxing again. This is not what you do with $1 billion, bro. I don't care who you are.
Floyd Mayweather has consistently insisted that he has settled all his obligations with the IRS, claiming he owes no outstanding taxes. However, recent court documents tell a different story. A new lawsuit filed by the IRS alleges significant unpaid tax debts, directly contradicting Mayweather's assertions. This discrepancy not only calls his credibility into question, but also raises serious concerns about his financial management. Fans are left wondering if his extravagant lifestyle, filled with luxury cars and designer clothes, is coming at the expense of fulfilling critical legal responsibilities.
Floyd Mayweather is not up to date with the IRS. Shouldn't he be, considering how much money he's made during his career?
Well, in fairness to Mayweather, he did say he's already taken care of this problem. We don't know if that's true or not. We do know that a lien was filed against him by the IRS for back taxes. So let's take a look at what may have happened here. So as an example, when you talk about a boxer specifically having $100 million purse, that's the gross, not the net, because the boxer earns $100 million, and then he has to pay all the people around him and related expenses and so on.
While Floyd Mayweather claims to have substantial wealth, his payment record tells a different story. The IRS continues to pursue him for unpaid taxes, despite his insistence that everything has been settled. At the same time, he keeps acquiring luxury properties and exotic cars as if there's no cause for concern. This behavior raises serious questions about his financial priorities. It's difficult to reconcile someone who's truly responsible, with money ignoring tax obligations while indulging in lavish spending. The growing evidence points to Mayweather possibly prioritizing his flashy lifestyle over fulfilling essential financial duties.
The government's calling bullshit. They're saying you have the ability to go and sell off property. You have the ability to liquidate some of your assets. You have the ability to go and get a loan to pay off this tax liability. So we're not buying it. So we'll see if this petition does get approved. I mean, it's Floyd Mayweather. It probably will get approved. Seeing as how the event that's going to happen in about 60 days is going to generate more than enough money to pay off that tax liability. So it's great reassurance for the IRS. And this is not the first time that Floyd's been in trouble with the IRS. I mean, back in 2008, he had a $6.17 million lien.
Stephen A. Smith didn't hold back when expressing his disappointment with Floyd Mayweather's recent actions. Once a strong admirer of Mayweather's skill inside the ring, Smith now wonders how someone so gifted could act so irresponsibly. He highlighted the contradiction of flaunting millions on social media while simultaneously being chased by the IRS over unpaid debts. To Smith, Mayweather's apparent preference for showing off material wealth instead of taking accountability is not only disheartening, but also tarnishes his legacy. His perspective reflects the growing sentiment among fans who believe that respect earned through athletic excellence is being undermined by behavior outside the ring.
You know, kind of sold that. It was great marketing. He's not a boxer, but hey, he was a knockout artist in the UFC. I get it. John Gotti III, I don't know anything about him. I'm not trying to disrespect him. And yes, I'm being smart. I'm not trying to disrespect the grandson of a mobster. Fair enough. But what I'm trying to say is this. When you're great, when you're elite, not just anybody deserves to be in your pristine space. And what I mean by that is I'm not talking about on the street or anything like that. Boxing is your thing.
That wraps up today's video. Thanks for watching, and be sure to stay tuned for more updates next time.